let's give it a whirl here. See if I'm streaming. Looks like I'm live. There we are. Very cool. So let me see. Where I can go to get the ah, there it is. Let's try that. So what's going on, everybody? It's me, Caleb. Just testing out OBS Studio today. Not much else to do because there is a blizzard outside. I don't know if you can really see it with the webcam, but it is just pure white outside. And we'll see if that'll allow you guys to... Yeah, you can't really see it doing that, but that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just go over some news and watch some stuff.
The sidewalk in front of your house, you then are responsible for cleaning it up. And if it's an emergency and a large tree is blocking the street, the city then takes care of it. But they say the property owner will then be billed. Regular trash services only collect a limited amount of branches, so don't overstuff your trash cans. That won't help. And if power lines fall, obviously you want to stay away from them. Don't touch them. Make sure you call the energy company immediately.
There's quite a bit of snow blowing around out there, so.
It comes with this warning.
Watch us once and you'll be hooked. Do it. We dare you.
This is...
All right, that's enough of that. So let's see. Breaking line video. Long backups along I-25 southbound near Greenland. Not a surprise. This is... Oh man, I can't believe people are out driving in this. Greenland is between Castle Rock and Larkspur and Colorado Springs, and kind of as you go through that area, it's kind of a big hill, and I've been actually stuck on this section of highway before, and it sucks because it gets really slippery and you get backed up, especially if you're going up the hill. Then it makes it really hard to continue if you stop your momentum. Oh, hey Joe, how's it going? Oh, and it looks like we can see there this guy is trying to turn around on the highway, or he's slipping and sliding, one of the two. Let's let me move my let me move my screen down a little bit out of the way. Let's go up here. So this looks like it must be a state patrolman down there. So it looks like there is a big ass backup on this highway. This is I-25 southbound and on Greenland. So I assume they're heading towards Colorado Springs where I'm pointing the mouse. And yeah, pretty much standstill traffic. It looks like maybe a fire truck's coming in to try to help. Not the nicest day to be outside. It looks like, yeah, jackknife semi-truck. This is probably the same stream, yeah. You should lower the audio capture volume in OBS. Lower the audio capture volume. Okay, let's try it. Hello, hello. Audio capture, audio input capture. There we go. You just saw a man walking around the snow in flip-flops. How's the how's my audio right now? Is it good? This OBS thing's a little, it's complicated. Well, it doesn't look like we're getting too much action on this this stream, so let's see what else is going on. stuff. I wonder if I can find this guy on Twitter. If we go on to Twitter here, I'll be able to get some more of the conditions outside.
Is Larry going where?
So, forgive me while I fiddle with my microphone and stuff here. I think the microphone should be about right now, and then I lowered down the desktop audio and audio input capture. So hopefully that's better. Joe, it looks like you're watching. Maybe somebody else is watching. I don't know. It's kind of fun to do the streaming. I'm sure I suck at it, but let's see what else we got here for Bomb Cyclone. Some videos. Wow, just had a really close call on I-70, not far from where Colorado CDOT has the highway shut down. Whoa! Let's see what's going on with that.
So we've got pretty much no visibility, complete stop on I-70. We have a little incident. Truck stopped in the middle of the road. Jacob luckily had no ability to see it until we were right there. He went to the left, thankfully. We're just sitting here on I-70, not far from Air Park Road, where CDOT has closed the highway for obvious reasons. There is blowing snow, no visibility.
This
Definitely
does not look like a fun day to be outside in the weather. Yeah, looking out my window right now, it's pretty much, you can't even see the neighbor's house. It's just white. So it is pretty much totally white out. Here's a video from Colorado Springs. Take a look here. Yeah, just looks like a snowstorm. Let's see what else we got. This is why I'd say I would like Twitter, as at least for like these live events are kind of cool. Live bombs, Cyclone. Yeah, it looks like this guy's out in Parker as well. Oh, he's out. Looks like by the. Used to live in those condominiums actually. That's on the Cherry Creek Trail. Yep, definitely pretty nasty out. Let's see what else we got.
Throw snow in my car, bitch.
A freaking mess.
I just washed this bad boy.
Let's see, this lady looks very.
My hair after our noon live shot.
This lady looks very sad. She was outside.
All right, this is my hair after our noon live shot. I'm gonna step outside here briefly.
Yes.
I
don't know what else to do with my hands while I'm streaming besides
you won't be able to hear me, but the wind, I've never
stroke the chin.
wind so consistently forceful.
So Joe, can you also hear like the audio that's going on from like the videos I'm playing?
I knew that was gonna happen.
Jeez. That's what it looks like to be driving in this right now. That does not look very safe. Crazy, crazy. Yeah, there's somebody else in the chat or watching live right now. I don't know who it is. Somebody. Oops. I'll be curious because I'm wondering if I just knocked out of that or if I'm still streaming. Let's see. Yeah, looks like I am. So I guess if you leave that stream now button in YouTube itself, then you can actually still keep streaming as long as your OSB is operational. So that's good to know. For whoever else is watching, sorry, this is not very professional. I'm just kind of jacking around with OBS and seeing how we do the live stream stuff. I kind of want to see if there's more. So let's see, 2 minutes ago, Denver 7 says I-70 is now closed in both directions between Vail and Copper Mountain for avalanche reduction. No estimated time of reopening. Not surprising. So I-70 near Morrison is at a complete standstill. We are going to turn around at the exit, but we are now stranded. That sucks. See, man, why are people trying to go into the mountains today? Like, that just seems crazy to me. Like, what are you guys thinking? What did you expect was gonna happen? Let's see what else we got. Blizzard. We'll try the Blizzard. Yeah, I guess people do want to go get that epic POW. That's a good point. People do like their skiing, don't they? Let's see. This guy is 32 minutes ago out in Castle Rock. So that's a good idea of how much visibility that you've got going on. Not a whole lot. And I'm just gonna go to Denver weather. So they are saying this blizzard is of historic proportions. And again, it is what they call a bomb cyclone, which I guess is a certain meteorological term for the way that this storm set up, because what I was gonna say was I was out this morning about 6 o'clock and it was just raining, which is a little weird for before a snowstorm. It usually doesn't rain, it usually just starts snowing. But let's take a look at this satellite imagery. That's pretty cool. So Colorado is over here, looks like. So we're definitely covered by it right now. Yeah, it's not pretty. Let's see what else we got on Twitter. So 80 miles per hour gust is the strongest on record at Denver International Airport. 73% of flights were canceled. I can't imagine any of the flights are going out right now. Well, man, let's see what this chick says.
West of Air Park Road. All right, we are here on I-70 East, just west of Air Park Road. That is where CDOT has the highway shut down. And just take a look. We have got blizzard conditions. There are all of these motorists, and we are one of them stranded here on I-70 East. We have blizzard conditions. We are dealing with really strong wind gusts. We actually had a really close call. We had zero visibility, and all of a sudden, a white semi-truck stopped in the middle of the highway. My colleague, Jacob Curtis, was driving the car, and I want to show you. He swerved left, thankfully, and was able to avoid the semi, but we had our side mirror completely destroyed. It slammed into the window here, which you can see is pretty much shattered. So we had a very close call out here. That is why CDOT, everyone is urging you, if you don't have to be out on the road, to stay home. These are serious conditions. These are dangerous conditions. The wind gusts we've seen, I mean, our car is moving at times, and all of these motorists here with us, including many trucks, many drivers who don't appear to have four-wheel drive or snow tires, are out here on I-70 East, just completely stranded.
I'm actually really surprised this
into the
lady.
wind. I mean, just take a look.
This lady's even standing out there in
These
the
are blizzard conditions.
in the highway like that. That seems kind of dangerous. But what are you gonna do? Let's see what else can I filter. Latest. Let's see. It's getting worse and worse out there, says Brian Warren. I'll give this guy some retweets. Facebook and Instagram are having server issues, so I'll post here. 50-mile-per-hour winds at 30 degrees. Yep, so it looks like right about everywhere. So we can take another look at, oh, it looks like we're having thunder snow. So we're getting lightning alongside our snowstorms, which is pretty, it's pretty metal, I must say. So it looks like down around Golden, some in Inglewood out east. I'm right around here, Parker, just north of the Pinery, which is funny. I don't know why they just have the Pinery instead of Parker, but whatever. It is, I don't know, pretty fascinating to watch this. So this is in Franktown. This is just south of where I live. And as you can see, that is drifting up pretty good down there. Yeah, it's nasty. You definitely do not want to be out there right now. I'm gonna try to see if I can get anybody else come in here and watch. I'm trying to post my stream to Facebook. Let's see if that works. Yep, something went wrong. We're working on getting it fixed. Seems like Facebook's having a couple issues with their posting stuff. Whatever. Oh wow, yeah, those trees are even getting knocked around a lot. We'll definitely expect some downed trees after this storm, because like I said, we're getting something like 60-mile-an-hour winds. Stay home. Extremely difficult travel reported throughout northeastern Colorado.
Endure it throughout the next about 12 hours.
68-mile-per-hour
gusts reported in Centennial, 52 up in Fort Collins, and Broomfield around 48. Numbers all below freezing here for the metro area, but still sitting in the 40s across the eastern plains. We have a special report coming up on NBC, so we'll toss to that. We'll come back to our continued weather.
This is an NBC News special report.
Looks like we're going to be seeing some NBC News.
Good day. We're coming on with breaking news regarding Boeing 737 MAX airplanes. President Trump a short time ago announcing the FAA is grounding both the MAX 8 and MAX 9 models, making the U.S. the last to ground the state-of-the-art planes following Sunday's deadly crash in Ethiopia and a similar crash last fall in Indonesia.
I don't know why this is
The
really
decision
breaking
quickly
news, but
follows Canada's announcement today that it was grounding the planes based on new satellite data regarding the Ethiopian flight. Here's what the president just told reporters at the White House.
We had a very, very detailed
it's gonna be
group
great.
of people
We're gonna
working
ground
on
the planes.
737-8 and the 737-9 new airplanes. We're going to be issuing an emergency order of prohibition to ground all flights of the 737 MAX 8 and the
No more
737 MAX 9.
The MAX 9,
we're going to make the best 737 great again.
Of the new 737 model, but identical in every other respect. And of course, the 737-8. It's flown by American and Southwest, a small number,
Lester,
in fact,
fewer
than 60.
I just wanted to watch the news.
With the latest in this, Tom, the FAA was resistant to this.
Sorry about the Donald there. Seems like you can't get away from him. Wow, check out this picture from the Broomfield Police. It says, "New, here's a look at the current conditions from one of our patrol officers at 160th and Huron." Wow. You can barely see the car in front of him. So they definitely, they've been talking up this snowstorm for a couple days, really, and, you know, they really were not joking because it's pretty bad out there. I wish I could bring my webcam over to the window to show you guys, but I don't think the cord is long enough. Bacon and dabs, that sounds like a good way to spend a snow day. Let's see. Yeah, that's funny. A Dairy Queen tweet got put in here just because they have blizzards at Dairy Queen. That makes sense. I want to see this pileup footage again, just because this looks pretty crazy. I wonder if your insurance even covers you for stuff like this, if they're like, why were you out driving? The cord isn't long enough, dude. Getting snow bomb apocalypse. Bomb cyclone. Yeah, I just kind of want to see. Oh man, so let's see some live updates from AccuWeather on our current predicament. Travel conditions deteriorating across northern plains as blizzard conditions intensify. Track live updates. Oh. I am gonna be right back on my stream here, so give me just a minute. Hello, this is Caleb. Oh, is there an overlay? I didn't know that. Sorry about that. Going ninja with the webcams, second best thing, I guess. I wonder how you do that. Let's see. Overlay. I'll have to play with that another time, I guess. So, let's see what else is going on. Is that the fancy 1080p Logitech webcam? It is. It's kind of like an oblong oval shape one. It's really nice. It has a built-in microphone. I do believe it is the 1080p one. I think it's pretty decent quality. I mean, I can't see exactly how good it's going on the stream, but so looks like people are making this national news. So let's see what it says. Major storms unleashing multiple threats to the plains this week, including a blizzard, severe thunderstorms, and strong damaging winds. The storm will rapidly strengthen over the high plains on Wednesday, and the rate of strengthening is expected to reach bombogenesis levels, which is when the barometric pressure falls very fast. As the blizzard develops, heavy snow is expected from northern Colorado, including Denver, to western Nebraska, central South Dakota, and southeastern North Dakota. A portion of this corridor could receive 12 to 18 inches of snow, with AccuWeather the local storm max of 26 inches. So that's definitely what we're getting. I mean, looking outside, it's really hard to tell because it's just kind of blowing around. I'd say we maybe have like an inch or two actually like on the roof. But the real danger of this obviously is just that it is, it's blowing around so hard that you just cannot see anywhere. You know a girl from Nebraska? Is she a small town girl? Let's see. Gonna go back to that live stream on southbound I-25. Oh, and I should actually, what I could do is try to look up the I'm gonna look up the CDOT feeds. And I don't know why 9 News isn't wanting to work that. CDOT cameras, I-25.
It's forever.
Let's check it out.
That might be a part of me.
I didn't want a younger.
Traffic cameras. All right, let's see how jacked up the roads are here. This is actually a really good website for planning out your trips, and that is cotrip.org/map. So as we can see, things are a little iffy. So let's see, streaming cameras. So I think, let's see what this one is. Live broadcast. So this is I-25 at about Larkspur. I mean, you can't even, unfortunately, see it very well. I can't tell. If there's actually if these are cars or if it's just really poor resolution. Let's try something else. Ooh, coloradowebcam.net. We'll check it out. Thanks, man. I didn't even know about this website. Georgetown. Let's see what it's looking like at Georgetown, I-70. So actually looks fairly peaceful up there. Georgetown doesn't look like it's quite got the old blizzard conditions. Alright, let's take a look. South Broadway, Inglewood. Yeah, definitely blowing some snow there. Yeah, it seems like it's more mellow in the mountains right now than it is at the down in Denver. Seems like some people are out and about. I mean, it's nasty down here in Parker. This looks really mild actually. I'm curious if there are any cameras of I-25. Maybe not. I live in Atlanta, but I love Colorado. Stay safe and keep warm. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm just chilling inside today because it's crappy out. Victor, I don't know if you were if you were with us earlier on Twitter, but there are some major standstills. Let's see if I can find that video again, or I-25, excuse me. There's like a major backup on I-25. Yeah, here's a good example. So people are on the same side of the highway trying to drive back out because people are just like, screw this, they can't get out. So rather than be stranded, they would choose to drive on the wrong side of the road. So, I mean, I don't know, this isn't the craziest snowstorm I've ever seen in my life, but it's definitely not great. And I mean, this particular snowstorm is kind of crummy just because it is, you can see how wet the snow is. It's not like really fluffy, powdery snow. It's very heavy, wet snow, which is what we kind of get coming into March in Colorado. And it makes it a little crummier to be outside in it, and it is also more dangerous for the trees because the weight of the trees. Let's see what else we got. Uh-oh. So it looks like a lot of people are losing power. It says tens of thousands without power in the Denver metro area Wednesday as bomb cyclone intensifies. And I do not want to sign up for the Mile High Roundup. So Xcel Energy has extra people working to respond to outages. We've lost power like twice already, but it's just like it's gone off and then come right back on. As of 11:45 a.m., 111,098 Xcel Energy customers have lost power. So over 100,000 people are out of power. One major outage has hit Wheat Ridge and Arvada, which doesn't really surprise me. Wheat Ridge and Arvada are kind of older areas, older homes, probably older infrastructure. Residents across the region, Denver metro area per tower was on and off. Residents living west of I-25 will see more outages with heavier snowfall. So let's see what else it says. Xcel Energy gives these tips on how to keep power during the storm. Keep natural gas and electrical equipment clear of snow. Xcel recommends both natural gas meters and furnace vents clear of ice and snow. I don't know how your meter is supposed to stay clear of snow because it's on the outside of the house. And that's actually something I was testing this morning, was our gas fireplaces, to see if they would remain on when the power went off. And when our power flipped back on and off, it seems like the fireplaces actually did go out as well. So that's kind of a bummer, because I was hoping that the gas fireplaces would remain lit even when the power went out. So I've got to figure out if it's the pilot that goes out then, or what the deal is, because our fireplace actually has, like, if you open up the lower grate underneath where the glass is, there's a little battery pack area for 2 D batteries. I think you can use that to put batteries in it and then use it to at least start the pilot. Haven't had to test that yet. We'll see. Like I said, I'm hoping we don't lose power again, because I'm almost going on 40 minutes for this stream, so it's kind of fun for my first stream. Let's see what else is going on Twitter for the bomb Cyclone. Whoever just joined the stream, thanks for joining. It's just me and my friend Joe and whoever you are right now. We need to set you up with uBlock, maybe the bypass paywalls extension. Yeah, probably be a smart idea. Oh, the departure board at DIA right now. That should be a good little video. Let's check that out. So everything looks like it's canceled, like, except a couple flights, when I don't know how on earth any of these flights would be taking off in a storm like this, but what do you do? Let's see. And I'm sure this cyclone's probably affecting other states as well, but I think we are kind of just on the top of it, so so yeah, it looks like it's just a big low pressure cycle. It's kind of pushing towards the east of Colorado, so we're kind of getting the outer waves of it, just like a hurricane. Alright, let's see what else we got on this Colorado Cams site. Beaver Creek, Rifle. Let's see what Rifle's looking like right now. Rifle's dry. These guys aren't even getting any snow. Map. Oh, cool. So, yeah, one of the viewers, like I said, suggested coloradowebcam.com. So we're just checking out some of the different areas around here. Fortunately, there's nothing right on I-25, so I might go back to the CDOT cameras as well, just to see if we can find any more of that footage. We'll take a look at Centennial. So that's Dry Creek and I-25. Looks like the camera is mostly being obscured by the snow itself, so not much to see on that one. Let's see. South Broadway. Yeah, still just snow. I wish they had more of these cameras. Yeah, let's try this one over here in Deer Trail. So it's probably pretty nasty over in Deer Trail. Let's see if this camera even loads up. It's gonna try. Nope, it's not even coming up. Try the Larkspur one, no dice on that. So it looks like most of these webcams on this website are actually up in the mountains, which is cool. I mean, that's neat too. Let's see what our Vada's looking like. Yeah, this one's not wanting to load. Broadcast is offline. Oh, well, that's because our Vada, like we just said, they have a power outage, so that makes sense that they're offline. Kind of a bummer. Let's see if they're going to bring us back any more of that footage from, nope. Come on, 9 News, I just want to see the live video.
Here she is right at 11 in Littleton, Colorado. So again, those heavy snow, look at it's all accumulating on the roof there, on the floor, on the cars. And then take a look at this. So this is Shannon, her tweet. This is from inside of the Mix 100 building.
The building is swaying.
You can see the guitars, they're swaying.
Whoa.
She says the building is swaying and the lights are flickering here at their
That's
building.
pretty weird.
Wow. I mean, that is how strong these winds are. Let's take a look at the next one.
Look at
that
those
was
poles.
Inside. Look at outside. Look at these power lines. This is from Allie. This is one of the most powerful videos that I've seen so far from the traffic. Whiteout conditions on East 168th Avenue. The power lines are moving back and forth. You could barely see out there. So if you're out and about, please be careful. If you're from the inside and comfort
Listen
of your
to the lady.
home, tweet pictures at us. We want to see
Stay
what
home.
it looks like outside and keep everyone up to date on what it looks like all over the map. You make sure to use a hashtag 9WX. Got the next one. This is so Colorado.
Today I am the
Okay,
ice
so
cream.
Chris Jones tweeted this one. Enjoying the nice weather today before the bomb cycle blizzards tomorrow. Eating an ice cream, the sun is out, and then the next day, today, look at that. I mean, it doesn't say more Colorado than that. Sue is getting ready with some popcorn, ice cream, pizza. I would have some hot Cheetos, unos tostilocos. Tweet at us. We want to know how you're preparing, how you're staying home, how are you getting ready. So hashtag 9WX. I want to end on this. It's a snow party. So many people online are just looking at pictures, commenting, memeing, all sorts of stuff. So we will stay on top of that conversation, include you in it. Remember to use hashtag 9WX. We'll be back.
9WX, this woman is basically
the difference
just
between
chatting
a car
streamer.
accident claim being denied and receiving $750,000.
That's the Levine Law difference. See what your case is worth. 303-333-8000.
Getting your first tax refund this April, invest into something that will give back. We have the largest selection of bedroom, dining room, and living room collections to choose from, and all at American Furniture Warehouse's everyday low prices.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chad Bustani, prosthodontist and specialist at Rebuilding Mouths. Have you been told that you don't have enough bone for dental implants or suffer from failing or missing teeth? We can help you achieve that high-quality, beautiful smile. Our dental implant centers complete all aspects of treatment.
Replace your missing or failing teeth with dental implants at one of our 4 state-of-the-art locations.
We can provide numerous options that fit most people's budgets.
Start today with a free consultation. Call 303-963-9767.
I was hit by an uninsured driver. The insurance company was delaying, and Frank got me $1.1 million.
Don't wait around for the insurance company to pay you. Call me now. Frank Azar, the strong arm.
Life is full of important decisions. If you suffer from varicose or spider veins, make the right decision and trust Dr. Albert of Albert Vein Institute to relieve your pain. Dr. Albert treats every varicose veins patient personally, always with world-class care, comfort, safety, and results. AVI is the only nationally accredited vein center in Colorado. With locations in Denver and Colorado Springs, world-class vein care is closer than you think. Make the right decision and schedule your personal consultation with Albert Vein Institute today.
In football, it's all about getting to the end zone fast. And when you're refinancing, closing is your end zone. Get to the goal line faster with American Financing. They're Colorado's home for home loans because you can pre-qualify in 10 minutes and close in as fast as 10 days. Consolidate your debt, pay off high-interest credit cards, or save money each month faster. Call American Financing today at 303-695-7000. They're Colorado's home for home loans.
My Levine Law difference, the difference between my car accident claim being denied and receiving $750,000.
That's the Levine Law difference. See what your case is worth. 303-333-8000.
So we've been talking for the last couple of days about how you absolutely should not be traveling in these conditions if you do not have to. We have closures coming in and out of the city, and the latest one is along Pena. Pena closed in both directions between 40th and the airport. Again, Pena is closed in both directions between 40th and the airport. I know the airport itself has numerous closings, or I should say all the cancellations from the flights. So check with your airline before you leave, but Pena is shut down in both directions between 40th and the airport itself. North and southbound I-25 is also closed. This is going to take us from just south of Monument to north of Colorado Springs, all the way up to Ridgegate Parkway. We do have accidents that are in the midst of that, but you are not going to be able to get on that stretch of highway if you want to right now, which you should be staying at home and just watching us update you on all these road closures. Northbound I-25 is closed between Wellington and Wyoming. The southbound lanes are open. North and southbound US 85 is closed between Nunn and Wyoming. I-70 west and eastbound closed between Golden and US 6. We're also seeing US 6 closed west and eastbound over Loveland Pass. Further to the west, CDOT tweeting that they are doing avalanche mitigation on I-70, so they have closed the east and westbound direction of I-70 between Vail Pass and Copper Mountain for that. And then out on the eastern plains, west and eastbound I-70 between Air Park and Kansas is closed. We have got all of these closures on our website on 9news.com, and we're keeping track of them as they continue to come in. So this is a mess. This, just because I'm telling you what's closed doesn't mean you should go out and travel everywhere else. Stay at home, hunker down until this system is done late tonight, guys.
Thank you, Becky. They have a real mess out at the airport, not only with Pena Boulevard closed from 40th all the way out to the airport, but all 6 runways are shut down as well. But the good news is I'm being told Panda Express is still functioning at the airport.
Well, then all is going to be well. So it's interesting. So they got all 6 of those runways shut down at DIA. So I'm looking on FlightAware to see what are they doing with these planes. You know, they holding them out over Elbert County or sending them to the Springs or whatever. It appears they're just sending them every direction but here.
Anywhere but here.
Anywhere but here. That's what it looks like. Because, you know, you'll see the planes in the little holding patterns, you know, out east or up north or someplace like that. And you're not seeing that right now on the flight trackers. You're just seeing flights headed in other directions out of Colorado. So it appears that they're preparing at least for the potential that they might not get in flight soon.
The idea being that we all knew this was going to happen. This is going according to the forecast. So I would think that as far as the savvy people who run the airports and the airlines, that while that may be happening, that was also at least plan B, if not actually plan A by early this morning.
Sure. Well, I mean, you saw that yesterday from Southwest. I mean, you know, bags fly free, but the planes don't. So they were not going to put the planes in Denver. They preemptively got out there and said, we're just going to keep the planes out of town because we don't want to be part of this mess.
All right, we're talking about things to the east and down to the south, and Corey Reppenhagen always tries to find the teeth of the storm. And there he is in Franktown with his handy anemometer. What are you getting there, Corey?
Yeah, so the wind is pretty strong. We've got definite confirmed blizzard conditions up here on the Palmer Divide. This is Franktown where I'm at here.
All right,
I'm
back.
At the Sinclair station. You can see behind me how the wind is blowing straight out of the north. I've got my ski goggles on here for the little particles that are hitting my face here. But you can see people are just kind of trying to go about a normal Wednesday out here. They're fueling up here. The Highway 83 here that goes over the Palmer Divide here out of Parker.
That's Parker Road.
All the way from Parker down to Franktown. Visibility is under a quarter mile, and we saw several instances where the visibility was actually 0. So you don't know, you kind of have to figure out how fast to go, because you don't want to come to a complete stop, because then somebody behind you
so he's actually down in Franktown right now.
So that you don't hit him. But
there's a gas station there, obviously, but he's right next to the Wells Fargo building.
The wind is having a major
if you've never been down to Franktown, there's not a whole lot down there.
Over here on the side of the
it's
station, as the wind
pretty
goes
quiet
over the
little
building,
town. There's like this gas station,
curls like
a bar,
wave and deposits these snow drifts. We're going to see snow drifts up over 5 feet today. We already
Franktown
have
is just
1 foot
directly
drift
south of
over here in Franktown.
Parker.
So it's only been going for a couple hours, and we already have a 1 foot drift. So drifting is going to be a major problem. The wind, the way it's blowing these flakes over the roads, it's actually leaving a little bit of ice out here on the roads, and cars are slipping. We saw several slide-offs on Highway 83 here going over the Palmer Divide, but it is actually open, and there has been a couple of plows up here. 86 going over the Palmer Divide to the east is also open, but they're saying that they are not going to plow it. So use that at your own risk. We have crews out there riding around.
Yeah, I would not want to be
Fire Department
driving down Parker Road right now.
They're trying to make rescues
86.
with their snowcat out here, but you can see the visibility very low. Temperature is about 28 degrees, and with
9 News together and just watch what goes on.
The gusts are about 35 miles an hour. About at my level, about a little bit higher at about 10 feet. They're about 40 miles per hour. So, and in the clearings where the roads are, you'll see those 40-mile-an-hour gusts. So it's definitely blizzard conditions out here, and it's just going to be like this, continuing on for another 8 hours as we go into the night. So nothing's going to improve out here, but people, you can see them out here just trying to make their way around the Palmer Divide right now.
Just watching and listening, I believe you. I don't
guy
want
looks
to be
like
out there.
guy looks like Santa Claus.
No place to be.
This is incredible.
Do a little selfie.
It's like Jim Cantore with hair. I mean, it's really remarkable to watch. I also love the fact, like, if you need proof that we live in a state with a libertarian streak, we're not going to plow the highway, but we're going to leave it open. So you make your own choices. You know?
Call.
Yeah.
And
if I was a driver right now, I would not be going down Parker Road.
So what's the point? We'll wait till tomorrow. That's one of the problems they were saying out at the airport is they could plow a runway, but by the time an aircraft actually got to it, it was already, hard to see and hard to manage. So that you're going to have to just take your time and wait for this storm to blow on out of here. And it sounds like it's going to in rather quick fashion.
So we tell people to stay home, which is all well and good until the lights go out at home. And that's not a fantastic situation for people,
Kyle.
although it is the reality for a good number of folks. Our Chris Vanderveen's been keeping an eye on the situation with the loss of power around town.
Kyle, it's one of those things where we started to see the numbers go up incrementally and then rather quickly, starting about 9 o'clock, right about the time the snow really started to hit here in Denver. And really, the story of all of this is those winds. Right about 9 o'clock, they started out about 6,000 power outages, or at least customers without power. Then it went up to 70,000. Then it went up to 125,000. And the latest information from Excel right now is that in the Denver metro area, they estimate that there's about 200,000 people right now, 200,000 customers. It's more people than that. 200,000 customers that are without power, and this is going to be a challenge throughout the afternoon and throughout the evening. It doesn't take a meteorologist to look out the window right now and be able to tell you that it's not great for the crews out there. They have about 500 crews right now out in the field trying to go after these outages, but as soon as they get after one, they might fix one, another one or two sort of pop up. Right now, the plan is, I just talked to Mark Stutz with Xcel Energy not too long ago. He said, really, the plan is what you'd expect in this type of an outage. Really go after the largest outages first. So those ones that are impacting maybe a few thousand people. And then try to get a handle of those. And then really, if you're in a smaller outage, this could be maybe a day or so before some of those smaller outages are addressed, because really the priority right now is getting those larger outages
be able to do any streaming.
Taken care of. If you take a look at the Denver metro area right now, and Excel has a map that shows you exactly where those outages are, it's scattered throughout the metro area. There's a number of outages on the west side, there's a number of outages on the east side. And again, according to Mark Stutz, he said it's really like we're operating in the dark right now, because a crew gets out there into the area where the outages are reports, and usually it's fairly easy to figure out where this outage is coming from. Not so easy today with that wind and with that snow, and it's really challenging their crews out there. So, they're really asking for some patience for people. Maybe the good news is right now is that this is a spring storm. It's not getting tremendously cold outside, but obviously it's below freezing right now. So there's some challenges for the crews. There's some challenges for people at home. But this is really going to be a story that develops throughout the afternoon.
Yeah,
and really
I'm curious because it's only about 1:30 right now, our time.
That number is only going to go up.
And I think we've got a blizzard warning until
and 200,000 not too long ago as well.
Yeah, nothing's going to get fixed in this weather. I mean, I would not be climbing a pole to try to get somebody's power on for another 24 hours
this
myself.
Guy wouldn't be climbing a pole.
Hopefully pretty soon they'll be able to get out there.
All right, thank you, Chris. I want to turn to Arcadia Eastman. She's out in Elbert County, out Elizabeth Way, where they've had the snowcat out.
Let's see what it looks like out in Elizabeth.
Can you follow? Yep. Okay, walk slow. Follow. Okay, guys.
Oh wow, they got a cat out there.
Right now in Elizabeth, and we pulled up with the snowcat on a.
We're gonna put you in the back here. Okay.
They're right now helping a man who is involved in this accident.
He's gonna ride
into the
with
back
you.
of the
Should be nice and warm at least.
This is the Elizabeth Fire Department snowcat.
This situation.
You can tell just by looking at how difficult it is to even stand on these roads. How terrible these conditions are. I'm wearing the live view right now that we're going live from. We have to put trash bags over things just to make sure.
Jeez, I can't believe that their equipment even works in this kind of this weather. So guys, this is Highway 86 that goes from that goes from Parker and Franktown down to Elizabeth.
What they're doing. That is Travis
give you guys just a map real quick so you can see where they're at.
Travis, can you tell us what's happening right now?
So we were
so they're probably somewhere here along Highway 86.
This motor vehicle accident appears to be non-injury, right? As we can tell, the roads are super icy. We got more vehicles.
This guy looks like a total like ski bum.
Non-injury right now. Everyone's exchanging information and leaving if they can. A couple stuck.
Must be with the fire department,
not involved
obviously.
In the accident, but
you're just making sure everyone's safe right now.
Making sure everybody's okay. We're gonna figure out how we can get this pretty much into the ditch for now and clear up the road so traffic can proceed.
How's that guy doing? You just pulled him out of his car. How's he doing?
He says he's good.
Okay,
not
good.
injured.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Oh man, this is insane.
This is insane.
I'll let you go. Get to work.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it is. Really,
thank you guys if you're just joining the stream. I'm just watching the 9 News live stream of the bomb cyclone that's going on in Colorado right now.
That is absolutely wild. There's a perspective that we don't often see and hear is you've got a blizzard rescue going on.
No, and it's another example of obviously if you are out there, you may be a problem that someone else has to come rescue. So you might be in the way if you are out there in these conditions. The other thing I noticed, those vests we wear, those safety vests out there, those look like those might be visible for about 60 feet today, and then
if you're
you
lucky.
disappear into the white.
Yeah, and yeah, that's the thing to remember, especially if you're in an area where visibility is that poor. You think, well, I'm going to go out there and I can handle it, but then what happens if you get tangled up with somebody who can't handle it, and then all of a sudden you're in a mess like that. Again, out at the airport right now, all 6 runways are shut down. Pena is closed down from 40th out to the airport. It's not even worth trying to get out there at this point. We will get an update from the slog out Pena from one of our reporters who's caught in it next.
Nobody gets your carpet.
So guys,
hardwood is clean and healthy.
Mute that while we're on commercial break there. So here's a map of the Denver metro area right now. As you can see, it's pretty slow going. I think you'd definitely be better off to not be driving. If you were trying to get somewhere, you can't go south on I-25 past Castle Rock. Doesn't look like you can go north past about Monument or even northern Colorado Springs. If we scroll up here to I-70. Oh, sorry guys, I have a call coming in from my job, so I will be right back.
create some drifting too. Overnight lows down to about 23. We stay in the 20s across the plains, a bit colder up in the mountains, but it is colorful out there as we are tracking all kinds of travel advisories. That's why it's best hunker down on the couch, hang out, and just watch the storm system pass us by. We will be looking at about 6 to 12 inches once you get up there toward extreme northern Colorado in through the panhandle of Nebraska. Again, about 4 to 8 here in the eastern side of the metro area with winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings going up in the high country, avalanche warnings as well, with a lot of snowfall on the way. We are tracking this system beginning to push out slowly but surely. I've been saying 7 o'clock. It still will be on the southeastern side of town, but drier air starts pushing in, and that will allow the snowfall to kind of turn off a bit for us. By 11 o'clock, still snowing around I-80, I-76, and I-72, and the winds remain strong through tomorrow morning. In fact, we'll be going on early at 4 a.m. Meteorologist Marty Caniglio and myself will be here bright and early to get you out the door if you can and out on the roads. By about 6 p.m. tomorrow evening, still a few isolated flurries going up in the mountains, but everything pretty much will be all said and done. And this storm system, it will be our neighbors across the Northeast. Yeah, it'll be their problem as we start to wind things down just a bit. Temperatures tomorrow around 35. We'll be looking at mostly cloudy skies, temps staying in the 30s across the plains, low 40s in southeastern Colorado with 20s up in the mountains. So still that cold air in place. It still will be breezy, if not blustery, around town. And then the sunshine really returns to us in full force coming up this weekend, St. Patrick's Day. Nice to have a little pot of gold to look forward to, right? Heading toward next weekend, we're tracking, or I should say next work week, we're tracking temperatures remaining right there where we should be, or maybe even a little warmer, above average in the mid to upper 50s, and we'll be looking at a couple of storms pushing through. Right now, it just looks like rain showers. Fingers crossed that this wild March blizzard will be all said and done by then. So we will, what are we doing? Are we going to break? Are we going back to you guys toasty in the studio? Well, I am just, what do you think? I got 1 or 2 inches of accumulation on the hat.
The hat is adding to the pile. I do have to tell you, I have one question for you. It involves whoever cleans your lens. I thought Marty Caniglio was going to come out there and clean your lens.
Marty Caniglio is already out of Dodge, okay? Because he has to be back here. Well, I'm coming in early tomorrow too, so I don't know. He had an early wake-up call today, but we'll put him to work tomorrow, that's for sure.
We'll have someone from the Crack 9 News tech team head out there.
Look at this.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Maybe the hat can clean the lens.
The accumulation, yeah, just get it right up in there.
Wow.
It is
All
crazy.
Right. It's astonishing how the faux fur really retains the moisture in a way that the real animal furs do not.
And my hair,
Yeah.
I know, it's a mess out here, but fun. This is fun.
All right, we'll see you in a minute. Thanks, Danielle.
So, hearing now, here's the situation on the avalanche picture in the high country, and those areas in red, those are the areas under an avalanche warning, and it is most of the zones that are tracked by the Colorado Avalanche Information Center. The areas in orange are under a watch. This is a significant escalation from just where we were last night, where the danger was largely confined to the southern ranges. So that indicates a situation that is worsening in the high country right now. Just got a heads up. So Marshall Zellinger was on with you earlier, Tom, talking about the fact that the Democrats who run the Colorado State Senate decided to hold session today.
Senate was open.
Despite the fact that the House is closed, everything else is closed, the Senate was going to be in session so they could keep at work. And now I am seeing an email from folks at the Capitol that the elevator service in the building is unstable, likely due to intermittent power issues, and they're warning people to start taking the stairs at the Capitol.
Well, hopefully there are fewer people
It's
at the
me.
Capitol than have been maybe forced to go in today if they wanted to be part of the Senate hearing today or testify at the Senate hearing. But if you are there, the elevator might be a bad choice. So hopefully, if you can take the stairs, because you may not make it to 2 or 3 or 4.
Yeah. Yeah, and you don't want, last thing you want is to get stuck in an elevator with somebody with whom you have serious political disagreements.
That would be a bad fit.
Yeah.
We've been talking about the power outages, and as Chris Vanderveen joined us a little bit earlier, that's a number that's escalating and probably will continue to do so. Chris joins us now with the latest from Excel. Chris?
Yeah, it's interesting you guys mentioned the elevator issue. We've heard a number of calls for fire department around the Denver metro area in terms of responding to people trapped in elevators because the power goes out in areas, and this power goes out rather quickly. And if you've been home and you've noticed your power sort of flickering throughout the morning, we've seen that here in my news. We've seen that in other parts of the metro area. The latest count right now from Excel Energy is close to 200,000 people, 200,000 customers. And that's a map right now of all of the outages.
200,000
You're trying to sort of pinpoint where those outages are. Just throw a dart at a map right now. That's essentially what you're seeing, because those outages are scattered throughout the metro area. Again, the latest update from Xcel is about 200,000 customers without power. And I don't know if this is a bad sign or not, but Xcel's map, that map that we always go to try to tell us how many outages there are, that map has not been updated since 11:44.
Jeez.
And that was the one that gave us about 125,000. Now they say about 15 minutes ago it's closer to 200,000. We certainly hope that number doesn't creep up as the afternoon goes along, but I can tell you this is an update we just got from Xcel right now, and I'll read this directly from their website. We are experiencing extensive electric outages due to high winds throughout our Colorado territory. High winds have caused damage to a number of lines and poles. Winds are expected to remain strong throughout the evening and into Thursday, March 14th. We are currently assessing the damages and do not yet know when your power will be restored. Obviously, this is one of those things where they're telling people to be patient. They're also telling people that they do want to know where those outages are, but I got to tell you, if you're in an outage area that's rather small, if you go outside and you just see a handful of homes that are out, it's going to take a while for Xcel to get to your area. Right now, they are trying to concentrate on those outages that are well into the upper hundreds, into the thousands, because they can get a handle on those. They can get more people done, more bang for the buck, essentially, with their crews. About 500 crews that are out right now. They've got their own, and well as sort of outsourcing a number of contractors that they're bringing into the
Hello, if you're joining the stream,
to try to get a handle on this.
Watching the 9 News weather reports.
We are starting to get close, guys, to sort of historic territory right now with outages, and we're still in the grips of this storm, and really it's the combination of the snow, and as we know, we haven't seen a historic amount of snow, but the wind and the consistent wind is making it exceedingly difficult on those crews out in the field, not just to pinpoint the location of those outages, but then to take care of those outages as they come along. So again, they'll get one, and then 2 more will pop up, and that's really the challenge. So hopefully, we're going to keep you updated throughout the afternoon. Hopefully, we see that 200,000 start to go down. That's a sign that they're getting a handle on this, but if it starts to creep back up again, as we've seen throughout the morning, boy, that's a real problem.
Yeah, I got to say, I don't know if it struck you guys the same way. We were prepared for the rain this morning. Right. We were prepared for the snow, and then we were prepared for the wind this afternoon. I was surprised how many limbs came down early. By 10, 11 o'clock this morning, the wind was already kicking, or some of that first heavy snow was coming down. There are tree limbs down all over Denver.
And that's really the challenge, because those tree limbs go down. As you know, there's a lot of areas in Denver that still have the power lines above. And when those tree lines go down, they tend to take down those power lines, and that really is the challenge. There's so many neighborhoods in the Denver area where they have those overhead power lines, and once those things go down, it's no telling as to when those can be repaired, particularly in an environment that we're seeing right now.
It used to be an ironic thing to tell people on television that the power was out because it meant they couldn't watch us on television. But I go back to the days of black and white. But now I think so many people watch online, so many people watch on their phones and on other devices.
Yeah, but how do you watch online if you don't have Wi-Fi?
We will try to keep you posted about the power situation throughout the day. Hopefully that's something that will get a little bit better.
Yeah, that was kind of one of the ironies of TV news. Not all that long ago, actually. It wasn't even just back in the black and white days. It was back when we were
whoever joined the stream.
3K or whatever it is.
Hope you guys are doing all right. Are you guys in Colorado too?
If the power was out, the people who were impacted weren't watching. All right, Chris, thank you for those updates.
You bet.
That could really become the lingering issue if you've got people who are in the cool tonight and into tomorrow and so forth.
Yeah, it may take a while depending on how that damage is actually done. If it is,
it's a good reminder to have some sort of backup power systems, especially for winter.
Dozens of problems for Xcel to get with.
Your house.
Matt Renew has been up in Silverthorne dealing with ice wasps, as he calls them. We were talking about avalanche danger as well, Matt, just a minute ago, and I imagine right now we're looking at a recipe that the CAIC was not looking forward to.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You know, the forecasters with the Colorado Avalanche Information Center and the crews of CDOT that have been working so hard to do avalanche mitigation are going to be working even harder now with these high winds, the snow that's fallen, and the moisture content in that snow is just going to create a lot more problems. And so I'm just going to pan the camera around a little bit so you can get an idea of what it's like up here. This is the snow that's coming out. It's just gotten a little bit heavier just in the past 15-20 minutes right here in Silverthorne. You can see that it's also blowing quite significantly as well, as it's been doing all day. Right behind me is that closure for eastbound I-70 right here at Silverthorne, heading up towards the Eisenhower Johnson tunnels. It's been closed for quite some time now. It's a safety closure with good reason because of these winds and reduced visibility, not just on those high mountain passes, but even in the valleys here at Silverthorne. It's not easy to see. It's not easy to drive in these slushy conditions. Going to wipe off the lens here a little bit because it doesn't take long for the snow just to accumulate on our lens, and then you really can't see a whole lot. And when we were talking about avalanche danger, they also have the interstate closed west and eastbound between Vail and Copper Mountain right now for more avalanche mitigation, and I would suspect you would see even more work in the coming days as crews continue to look at all of the wind loading that's been building up from this latest storm and then try to deal with that in different hot spots throughout the mountain corridor. Right now that spot is right over Vail Pass between Copper Mountain and Vail. And so with this closure eastbound I-70 right now, a lot of people just camped out trying to wait this storm out so they can get going, and they're parked wherever they can park. Look at that wind just blowing over the tops of those cars. Even if they've just been sitting here for a few minutes, they're covered in ice and snow. So Kyle, Tom, it has not gotten any better as far as travel throughout the day. The big snow bomb, or whatever we're calling it, started off more like a bath bomb up here, but it is full on going right now. And this storm is no joke. It's dangerous if you're out driving. So if you don't have to be, it's probably not a good idea.
Yeah, safer where Matt is than for a lot of the folks out on the road. But that biting, thank you, Matt. That biting snow in the wind is not just a high country thing. I can attest. It was happening in Denver earlier.
Kyle, you look so cold.
It was like little needles. It was like little needles because you put a wind on it, and it's that heavy wet snow, and it kind of stings you a little bit, especially if you're a more tender guy, you know.
But if you've seen Matt up at Silverthorne, we've seen Katie out in Elizabeth, of course Corey and Frank.
I hope everybody's doing all right.
Where would you rather be?
Just
I mean,
watching 9 News.
Is there anywhere to go?
Maybe Grand Junction, but you can't get there if you're here in Denver, that's for sure. Yeah. But really, much of Colorado kind of hunkering down with this storm. This, I think, is the Loveland ski area. Folks having a ball, enjoying some nice fresh powder, skiing, snowboarding conditions.
If you're there.
If you're there. And if you're not, well, maybe tomorrow. There's always tomorrow, right? So we're going to look at these wind gusts because that really has been the biggest problem with this storm. What's really classified it as a full-blown blizzard. 64-mile-per-hour wind gusts coming your way out at DIA, 40-mile-per-hour speeds near Broomfield, 50-mile-per-hour gusts in Centennial. And then as I slide the map further across the eastern plains, you'll just kind of see those coloring contours in Lerner, Weld, Morgan counties. You guys are tracking wind gusts potentially as high as 80 miles per hour out there. The wind really hasn't reached Gray or Burlington just yet. I promise it will be coming into your backyard shortly with 69-mile-per-hour gusts currently in Lyman, Akron at 66. So here's a quick check on HD Doppler 9. There it is, Grand Junction, just looking at some cloud cover. Otherwise, everyone sitting under the thick of it. Right now up through Fort Collins, Greeley, looking at heavy snowfall down across the Denver metro area to the south, Castle Rock, in and around the foothills, up in the high country. The snow is falling, the wind is just whipping around, and we have several more hours to deal with this. Rain snow lines slowly
inching this is supposed to go on for another 10 hours.
East. Burlington, Ray, you guys are saying, what are you talking about? It's just raining over here. It's coming your direction as you are under the blizzard warning until noon tomorrow. The Denver area up and down I-25 under the blizzard warning until midnight tonight. In and around the high country, we still are looking at winter storm warnings,
Oops. Shoot.
Insulin.
Sorry about that, guys. Gonna take a little break from 9 News real quick. Just go back to Twitter. See if there are any new videos of the snowstorm. Oh, this chick's still out now.
West of Air Park Road, that is where CDOT has the highway shut down. And just take a look. We have got blizzard conditions. There are all of these motorists, and we are one of them, stranded here on I-70 East. We have blizzard conditions. We are dealing with really strong wind gusts. we actually had a really close call. We had zero visibility, and all of a sudden a white semi-truck stopped in the middle of the highway. My colleague, Jacob Curtis, was driving the car, and I want to show you. He swerved left, thankfully, and was able to avoid the semi, but we had our side mirror completely destroyed. It slammed into the window here, which you can see is pretty much shattered. So we had a very close call out here. That is why CDOT, everyone is urging you, if you don't have to be out on the road, to stay home. These are serious conditions. These are dangerous conditions. The wind gusts we've seen, I mean, our car is moving at times, and all of these motorists here with us, including many trucks, many drivers who don't appear to have four-wheel drive or snow tires, are out here on I-70 East, just completely stranded. Wow, we just stepped into the wind. I mean, just take a look. This is unbelievable. These are blizzard conditions.
Yeah, that's definitely a bummer.
And it is dangerous out here.
It looks dangerous out there.
I'm Jennifer Kovaleski for Denver 7.
Alright, what else we got? Let's see if there are any new videos. Oh, holy crap.
All in a person's car.
Check this out.
Oh! A tree just fell down.
Oh my god.
All in a person's car.
On my...
Let's,
oh my god!
Let's replay that one more time.
Oh! A tree just fell down.
So much for that car.
All in a person's car.
On my... oh my god!
Oh my god. Oh my goodness. So this gal's out on the eastern plains.
This is the on-ramp to I-70 westbound, still closed for a very good reason. The wind gusts are getting progressively stronger here right now, consistently blowing about 40 miles per hour. We've got some rain-snow mixture blowing sideways here. Pretty painful on the face as well, but I'm told by Ashton that this storm is going to get
I feel so bad for all these reporters that are stuck out in this weather. I don't think these guys get paid enough for this.
Is going to be good. This is what is keeping them here in Lyman. Luckily, there are about 11 different hotels to choose from, and I'm told during emergency situations, there are several churches in the area that will open their doors too, especially once these hotels get crowded, which that is definitely the case here. A lot of families not expecting this, because when we arrived here earlier this morning, there were blue skies and even sunshine, but right now that is definitely not the case. So we're going to keep our eye on this storm right now and continue to talk to people and monitor the situation. So make sure to check back in with us on the air tonight at 5 and 6 o'clock. Reporting from Lyman, Jamie Leary, covering Colorado First.
Poor lady. Alright, let's see what else is going on Twitter. Here's the Parker police. Let's see if I can figure out where this is. Oh, it's the fire pliers. They have to get the cops out. Oh dear. So, as you can see, it's getting pretty deep even in Parker, Colorado. This guy's reporting on the Broncos. I don't know why.
Underway here, and the Broncos making a big splash this. Phil Milani here reporting from UC Health Trading Center. As you can tell behind me, free agency just getting underway here, and the Broncos making a big splash this morning. And in fact, I think our latest free agent signing walking in right now. Swanson trying to get the shot there. Zoom in. As you can see, he's walking into the building right there. Big free agent signing. We'll bring you updates all afternoon right here from this location, no matter what.
No matter what. All right. Okay, guys, I've been doing this for about an hour and a half. I'm probably gonna take a break here, but you get the idea. It's a snowstorm.
Oh my God.
Which, you know, occasionally happens in this state. So, if you guys were tuned in, thank you so much for watching. If this was somehow entertaining to you, feel free to subscribe. I appreciate that. And we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.